welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make a video about Jimbo winning RuPaul's Drag Race because I thought it was pretty cool that somebody crazy like that won. I like to see people who are kind of nutty and kind of live in absurdity win stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I think he deserved it. Candy Muse got a lot of hate, but whatever. I liked her too. Folks thought she was a lot of drama or a bully, but I don't know. I liked her. I liked her because she always had a lot to say. I think that's why I liked her. But yeah, I think it's pretty amazing Jimbo won. I liked how he that story he shared when they were having their little tic-tac session really resonated with me because he was talking about his childhood and how things were crazy with his parents and things like that. So that's kind of I always like to see people rise up whenever they come from a background that has like a lot of volatility and stuff like that. It's nice to see people be successful and overcome those things. I thought that was pretty important because I think a lot of people can relate to stuff like that. You know, my childhood wasn't perfect, but I'm happy for him. That's amazing. He said his dad was crazy, his mama was crazy, and they got cleaned up. But that's a funny character. My childhood wasn't perfect. I hated sports growing up. My dad used to try to make me do sports. I hated sports. I hated all kinds of sports that I think that gave me like a lot of psychological damage. I'm not sure, but it's highly probable. And it sucked because every team, it doesn't matter if it was soccer, football, or whatever, every team I would get signed up for or become a part of basketball, we would lose every single game. Every single game. Every time my name was associated with some team down there at the health department, the rec department, we lost every game, and I think that really contributed to my dislike of sports. Like to this day, like I mean, I'm kind of just starting to like hockey. I think because of all of the stuff that's happened here recently, like with the Golden Knights and stuff. Like I'm actually interested in actually going to check out a game, but we'll see how that goes. And I think, and growing up, sports was like something that was it was like an expectation, especially growing up in the South in the 90s. It was like expected for boys to like sports and play sports. But I hated sports. I used to try to fit in. I remember trying to fit in to play basketball, just trying to, you know, be like the other guys and try to play basketball with them and stuff like that as a kid. But I sucked at it. And then like I would always get picked first. Every time like folks were picking teams like for PE and stuff like that, I would get picked first because I was a tall black kid. You want to talk about anxiety? Oh, God, I'm getting flashbacks. I hated sports. But, sorry for the interruption, but this video is going to be a two-parter because somebody was trying to call me, FaceTime me from, guess where, a bar. A friend. I didn't feel like going out tonight. Over here interrupting my YouTube videos. Man, get up out of here. I'm trying to work. I got things to do. I got a new setup. Well, I'm trying a different angle today. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this one. God, what a disaster! I was in the middle of making a YouTube video. Now I lost my train of thought, and I answered the FaceTime, and someone is on the other end saying, "Be my lover, wanna be my lover." I'm enjoying a nice, peaceful night in. I'm probably gonna watch a movie. I'm probably gonna make some snacks or something. Like, I'm just chilling. I don't feel like I went out yesterday. Ugh, God. I've been trying to cut back on going out. But anyway, I was talking about, before I was so rudely interrupted, maybe I can put these videos together. I need to learn how to do that, so that way I don't upload 2 videos. I'll try to figure out how to do it. Yeah, I hated sports growing up. And I think it's cool that you have shows like RuPaul's Drag Race these days, where like people can express themselves and, you know, try different things. Because I think if I could do it over again, I probably would have been more involved in like some type of something related to the arts or something, you know, maybe like drama or something like that. But I was just so shy as a kid, and then didn't want anybody to find out that I was gay and stuff. So that was I was real quiet and real shy. And I bring this up just because of that story Jimbo shared on Drag Race yesterday. I thought that was really cool. And another thing that's cool too is that, you know, there's shows like this now. There was nothing like this when I was a teenager, you know. I'm trying to remember the first time I've ever even heard of RuPaul. Like, I remember in the 90s him being the butt of a lot of jokes, because that's how things were back then. But if you have time, check out some there's a lot of old videos of him that have been uploaded to YouTube by this guy his name was Nelson Sullivan, and he used to follow RuPaul around New York City a lot back in the 80s with his camera, and all of that stuff is up on YouTube, like back when he was like broke and stuff. And it's interesting. I think that's cool that stuff is still available on the internet. But yeah, I probably would have tried more things as a kid, you know, more avenues, more things that I probably would have participated in, more things that interested me, instead of being in my room playing video games all the time. Because that's what I did as a kid for the most part, growing up. But and I'm still a gamer to this day. I got my Nintendo and my PS5 up in here. I still get down. I get on a lot of the classics and stuff too, so it is what it is. Oh, you know what I kept forgetting to say in these videos? If you like these videos, if you care, like, share, and subscribe. Dang, I feel like a real YouTuber now. I think I might start doing them videos of me reviewing fast food, do fast food combos in the car. I see a lot of people doing that stuff. That looks kind of fun. I got nothing but time, apparently. But yeah, congratulations, Jimbo. That bitch is crazy. I like crazy people like that, man. We need more people like that. I think people get like that when they overcome pain. You know, when they overcome that craziness, when they overcome that hot mess. I think that's where that comes from. I think a lot of comedians went through some hard stuff too. That's why we all crazy. I feel like you gotta go through some hard times. You gotta go through some hard times. I'm channeling Dusty Rose. I think that helps with the creativity. It's another thing I did a lot as a kid too. I used to watch wrestling a lot, and I think I liked wrestling a lot because of the entertainment aspect of it. I have a joke. I always tell people that I think professional wrestling is like straight drag. I haven't watched it in a long time, but dang, I was into wrestling a lot back in the day. But you know what I'm saying? There's like similarities. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about these drag queens. I think they are important people, and I say this because I remember being like in my early being a young person, like 19, 20, exploring these different cities when I was in the military, and moving to Atlanta when I was in my early 20s. The drag queens I remember were the ones who were always helping the kids who didn't have no place to go, who probably didn't have people to look out for them, who probably didn't have money. Particularly in Atlanta, I remember, because when I moved to Atlanta in the early 2000s, that was the first time I was like part of a LGBT community. So when I moved there, I remember, being on the struggle bus a bit. That was before I had graduated from college, and I was looking for work and trying to figure out life, dealing with family issues, trying to find a place to live and get all that situated. But I remember through all of that, while I was dealing with all of that, I remember the drag queens that I knew at the time were the ones who were kind of looking out for people like me and other folks. Because Atlanta is kind of like where all the back in those days, that was the city where a lot of folks in the South kind of migrated to if they were in situations where their parents kicked them out of their house, or their family members didn't want anything to do with them because they were gay. So I remember meeting a lot of people going through that stuff. And again, the drag queens were the ones who were looking out for folks. I remember, I ain't talked to her in a long time, but I had a friend. She used to always, they hook you up with them drinks too. Yeah, they were looking out for us. And I bring that up because I think that's something that's important. And I don't think I don't think that's discussed a lot nowadays, because there's all these avenues in the internet and things where people can go to for help. But they were holding it down. They still hold it down. That's why you got all this stuff in the news too about folks like bashing drag queens and stuff. These are good people who were looking out for folks. All the ones I met, and I met a lot of them. So I just think that's important to note, especially the older ones. I like my there's a drag queen in New York City her name is Hedda Lettuce. I used to follow her all the time. I think she moved to Puerto Vallarta. She was really funny to me. I used to always watch all her videos. She's like a stand-up drag queen, stand-up comedian. I always thought she was very funny. Lady Bunny's another one of my favorite ones. Bianca Del Rio, I like Bianca Del Rio a lot, because she crazy as hell too. But I'm glad I didn't get any more interruptions. I need to figure out how to put these videos together. Again, I have to turn this AC down to, my AC works good, but it's just so damn hot. It's like, I don't know, it's working. Anyway, if you like these videos, like, share, subscribe. I'm still working out the setup and the lighting and all that stuff. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll probably try a different setup the next time. But Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.